Okay, this is the Labyrinth site of my first Labyrinth for somebody else, custom. And if you can see over here, this is what the entire area looked like. These are brambles, and they trip you. They have long, spindly vines on the top and equal long, spindly, sprawling roots that go down about 4 inches or so down and sprawl across the lower floor of the dirt. So they're a pain, and they've actually given my client welts twice, so they're the enemy. And I always say that if you find the most desolate, taken over place in your yard available that is covered with either poison ivy or prickly brambles or buckthorn evasive trees, that is your location for your labyrinth, my darlings. So this is the story about the halo. This is what the roots look like. Looks like a line underneath these little hairy things. Okay, so the story of the halo. So again, this whole thing was covered just like this, and it's up to your knees. Brambles, okay? The whole thing is covered with brambles. So me and the homeowner were out here finding her spot. This is the first day. We found her spot, her center, and this is her center right here. And she made a funny comment the other day when we were finishing up. She's like, "Too bad I can't do anything about the view." She overlooks the St. Croix River. This is high up on a hill. Anyway, that was the first day. So we had, our first mission was to find her center. And we not only found the center of where she wanted her view, but circling overhead one by one until there were about 8 hawks came and flew overhead and circled. They came out of nowhere, circled overhead, gave us their blessing that she found the center. And from there, right, she was standing right here. I'm like, "Don't move," and I staked it out. This was her center. So that is how we determined the location center of her labyrinth. Okay, so the next time I come, my client has a friend over, and as my witness, her friend was up on the deck, and I was out here trudging around in these brambles. Again, there's no way you can see where you're going when you're walking in these things. This whole place was covered with brambles, okay? Arch nemesis, there we go. So I'm trudging around in what looks like this. And this is before I even showed my client any form of a design. But I had one in mind that was going to be perfect in my mind, because they wanted wings and a heart. So she had 2 labyrinths that kind of spoke to her. My Love for the World labyrinth, which was a heart-shaped labyrinth. And then I had the Wings of Love labyrinth. And then I had the challenge of having a center for a labyrinth kind of tucked down versus in the heart of the center. So anyway, I was mapping out my distances of how far we wanted to go with the labyrinth, covered in brambles. And what do I find? While I'm trudging around, I trip on this metal. It's like a 4-inch, and I'm not kidding, it's about 60, 70 pounds metal ring, and it is exactly 3 feet in diameter. Like over here, I find it over here, kind of off center, off where her center was. And then I pick it up. And, well, actually it was that one that I picked up. And I'm like, Jane, I gotta show you the design. And she hadn't seen the design yet, but I literally found the halo to my design. I sat her on the dining room table and I showed her my drawing, and kind of she and her friend just sat there kind of in awe and silent. And what I had for her design was this angel heart. It's got the wings, and it's surrounded. You walk the outside perimeter of the heart, and then you walk the wings of the heart, of the angel heart, and then you end up in the center. And today was the day, September 20th, 2020, I set it into place. We're practically done. There's just a few more seedings to do. But I wanted to tell you the story of the halo. Many blessings on this labyrinth, and to the owner, the homeowner, and to all who walk and visit my dear client at her home. I have been greeted by a buck, 2 gray foxes yesterday, a little flock of, like, smaller than turkeys yesterday. Dozens and dozens of cabbage whites have kept me company most of the time when we weren't paying attention for other animals. The hawks overhead, and a doe, yeah. So it's a magical place. This is the Angel Heart Labyrinth. My name is Donna Lindeen Harrington, and this is why I'm here, to bring people custom paths to just bring them up to their next level in their meditations and their private healing journeys. So, such an honor.